Hello everyone, this is Spectrum 33 coming at you with another crash course, coming at you with another monthly montages video. Now, I know this is a month late. I know it's gonna be all old stuff, and you all don't care because it's the end of July anyway. I know, I'm sorry, finals are important, and I'm off of school, so I can actually do crap now, and not upload just once a month. So I'm gonna try and do an upload daily schedule. I'm gonna record a bunch today, and then upload one today, this one today, tomorrow is going to be Crash Course Airlines, day after is Crash Course Airlines, etc, etc, etc. So I'm going to try and do that. Hopefully I'll keep it on schedule. If not, I'm just really busy. I've been getting my flight sim game on. I've been playing some other games in my spare time, and I haven't really had time for that, and of course my work. But work is for the most part done. There's still some college work that I have to do, but it's nothing too severe that won't stop me from doing this. So again, I'll try and keep this a daily upload thing. Try it at least. If it doesn't work, I'll just do it once every 2 days or something like that. But hopefully not back to the once a month thing that I've been doing for a while now. So without further ado, let's get started. June 1st, first Jet 2 A330. This game is a surprise to me. I was in the middle of making this. It was like June 13th when I was making this, and I just found out about it. Apparently Jet 2 leased a A330 for their summer operations, because apparently, people like to vacation in the summer, so they got this for their operations. However, I did receive word that this plane did have a mechanical issue. It landed at the Canary Islands and it blew a tire or something like that. I saw it on one of the forums. Apparently it was damaged, but they got it working again, so hopefully they keep this going because it looks nice. I'm just going to say that, and I was quite surprised to find out about it. June 2nd, Sun Express with their Minion livery, probably for Despicable Me 3. Yeah, you can see right there. This is the Turkish one. Like they have a German one, Sun Express Deutschland, but they got it the Turkish airline, so there you go. On June 3rd, Cyprus Airways got restarted. Well, not restarted, this is a different airline. Cyprus Airways, or Airlines, was a airline that served, of course, Cyprus, mainly southern Cyprus, the recognized Greek area, and it served with their Airbuses for a while, and they did operate an A330, but that's irrelevant at this point. They went out of business recently, like 2015 or 2014, and now they're starting up service again, probably as someone different, of course, but they still kept the Cyprus Airways thing, and hopefully they actually do better. Like, you can actually see the old bird that was on their old livery up here at the front, so of course you can see that they're related, and let's hope that this airline actually goes somewhere, so we can actually have a flag carrier for Cyprus once more, and not just British Vacation Airlines. June 5th, Far Eastern Air Transport. First Far Eastern Air Transport. FAT ATR-72. FAT, of course, is a Chinese airline. Serves Far East Air. Far East is China, Orient, that area. So, yeah, there you go. Nice new aircraft for an airline. June 7th, KLM, in case you didn't know, is retiring their Fokker fleet soon. Their Fokker 70s and 100s that they serve, mainly short haul. And that's quite unfortunate because a lot of airlines did serve the Fokker, like a lot of American ones. American Airlines served the Fokker, US Air served the Fokker, but then they all found minor problems with it. Like there was a flight out of LaGuardia, I believe, for the US Air. There was ice buildup on the wings, and the airline blamed Fokker or something like that, and then the FAA though didn't blame Fokker, they blamed the pilots. But anyway, so it kind of got them some negative backlash. So Fokker has been retired mostly around the world, except for some minor airlines that can't afford to lose it, except for KLM, because KLM loves a Fokker. Fokker, the guy who made Fokker, if you didn't know, I believe he was Dutch. However, he made his career making World War I aircraft for the Germans. He invented like the thing where you could shoot a machine gun through your propeller blades as you were flying. This was way back before like the Spitfires, etc., where you had mainly like wood canvas aircraft, and you had like a machine gun strapped to where you were flying, and then you just shoot that while flying at the same time. And then he made it so you could shoot bullets in between your propellers as they turn. So he invented that. He was revolutionary for his time, and he also invented the Fokker company, which eventually made the airliners that we know and love today. So there you go. That's their tribute to Fokker. There he is on the tail. Mouse, thank you very much. June 4th, Swiss with their first CS300. They're kind of second to the game after Air Baltic. Released a crazy livery. I'm not a big fan of these. I think Swiss goes too far with their liveries. Like, simple liveries are fine, like their Swiss 777 livery, the one with the like People of Swiss or Faces of Swiss livery. That was fine. But they have like a They had like an A340 livery for San Francisco that was all crazy. They had an Avro livery that was all crazy. It was like green and crap. And now they have like a CS300 one for celebrating the French part of Switzerland, which it, I don't like this livery. It's too much. Like I don't know what's going on. I can't even tell what's happening. I can't even tell what it's for alone. So anyway, if you like it, I don't care. It's just livery. I mean, it's not the end of the world. June 14th, EasyJet got their first A320neo, a first delivery worth waiting for. In fact, there were a lot of good deliveries this month. We got our first second A320neo, A321neo delivery. We got the long-awaited Delta A350 delivery, or at least test flight, and it's to be delivered soon. It probably is already delivered, to be honest. And EasyJet got their first A320neo on June 14th, and I don't know where they operate it. I know they go out of Luton, right? No, they go out of Stansted. There we go. I forgot the name of the airport. They flew into Stansted with this for the first time, I believe, and they're using it out of there. And of course, they use it for other routes as well. But I thought that's nice, a nice touch. June 15th, GX Airways got their GS Airways released their Transformers livery on one of their A320s. I'm guessing it's for the new Transformers movie that was out recently. There you go. June 18th, Air Caribs, something like that. I can't say words that are not of English because I am of ignorant American. Got their new livery on the A330-200. The new livery is basically just a hyped up version of their older one. Older one looked pretty crap, especially for 2017, and I'm glad they updated it to make it look more sleek. I've said this hundreds of times previously, but 2017 liveries, in my opinion, they're like sleek. They're not just bland, like splash of paint there and then it ends abruptly right there, like the old livery. It was just like a blue tail and the rest of it was white for the most part. But this, they made it more wavy. They made it multicolored. They made it so it's separated. They made it went onto the fuselage. They made this bigger. They made it look more. They didn't make it look plastic as such. They made it look vivid and real. And I like that. I like how they're updating. Like I always use the Google example. Google before the 2010s was just giant blocky letters and that looked kind of crappy 3D. And then they updated it to make it look more good, like aesthetic. That's probably just the worst way to describe aesthetic, but you know what I mean. Like if you look up comparing Google logos from then and now, you can see the major differences. So I'm glad Caribs is doing something about it. They got their first aircraft in this livery in the A350. And now they're updating their main fleet. June 18th, Air Pohang. Air Pohang is a Korean airline that will be serving the Korean Peninsula, of course, as well as maybe some routes in China and Japan. They got their first CRJ-200 recently and have been starting routes out of Seoul Gimpo, which is the domestic, I say domestic with quotations, like it's not the international airport. It serves China and Japan and Korea, and I think that's it for the most part, but yeah. Also on June 18th, Airbus revealed the Airbus A380 Plus. This was essentially just like a split. I just thought of this. It's essentially just a scimitar A380. Like you have the winglet and you also have the bottom winglet as well. In case you don't know why they did this, it's to reduce drag. Like when you fly, you create vortexes over the wings, and then those wings go over to the end of the wing, and they just push it, and they push this up. Like here, I'll do a depiction with my mouse. So it's swirling. They got the vortexes, and then it goes over and under the wing to the to the colder section. It's been a while since I've taken an aeronautics class, so I'm kind of rusty. Anyway, so it creates drag because it's hitting on this all the time. And then this would reduce it because it hits the winglet rather than the actual bottom or top of the wing. So that's what I know about it, and I'm pretty sure that's how it is. If it's not, I'm retarded. So let's move on. June 18th, Parcel Air. Either a Slovakian or a Czech airline. I say Slovakian because the registration looks Slovak, but other than that, I don't see why it's not Slovak. I mean, there's no flag, but whatever. It's a cargo airline in Europe, basically. I'm gonna put out a guess that it's Eastern Europe, but anyway. Here's a very anticipated thing. June 20th, first Delta A350. These are supposed to replace the 747s as well as many A330 routes. So I'm expecting plenty of these at Detroit soon, and hopefully I'll snap a pic of one, or perhaps even fly on one, since I go to Paris a lot. Well, we go to Europe a lot, and then we stop in Paris, and we always fly either 747 or an A330. Hopefully we get to catch a ride on one of these things soon. That would be nice. Again, as I said previously, second A321neo delivery, the WOW Air A321neo. This I believe the Neo allows more range, so I think they're able to fly from Reykjavik to Baltimore or Washington or wherever they want to go with ease now because of this aircraft. So hopefully they use it to their best. So congratulations, WoW Air. This is one I found quite surprising. We got Air Zimbabwe 222. Air Zimbabwe is of course serves Zimbabwe in southern Africa, and they service and their fleet is some old A3, is some old 737s as well as like a few 767-200s mixed in. And they haven't really like updated it, and it's in an old fleet. And then they just leased this from Malaysia Airlines, the 222, because Malaysia is phasing out the 222s, I believe. Like they stored them all, and then they gave this to Zimbabwe Airways. So yeah, congratulations Zimbabwe Airways. I hope they fly to London or something, because I know there's a high Zimbabwean population somewhere in Europe. I'm guessing London because Zimbabwe, former British colony, and as we know, the people of that country like to go to their former colonists. So that's what I've come to conclusions. For the most part, that's true. Like, you know, Algerians like to go to Paris, France. There's a lot of Lebanese in France. A lot of Africans in Britain because Britain colonized most of the continent. But you get the point. Anyway, so hopefully they do some long-haul routes with this. That's my point with that. A third A321neo delivery. This one is Novair. Now, I'm going to recollect what Novair is. I believe it's an Israeli airline. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like an Israeli holiday airline, like that one airline that flies the 757s. I escaped the tip of my tongue, but yeah. So perhaps this is it. So third A321neo. Congrats, Novair. On June 27th, Cathay Pacific released this new Spirit of Hong Kong livery. Spirit of Hong Kong livery. The older one was the colorful one. Was the it was like a dark green fuselage with a bunch of like a bunch of buildings and crap on it, and said like Spirit of Hong Kong at the front. It was a very popular aircraft, very well known, and it stayed that livery for like a few years, and then they got this livery. This is basically the one to coincide with the newer livery that they have, the newer Cathay Pacific livery altogether. And you can see it's a bit more bland, but they did add some stuff to the back, which I think is neat. But anyway, it's not like the old one. And you can also see like the silhouettes of it at the front, but with the naked eye, it's very hard to see if you're not paying attention. So yeah. And that was it for June. These are additional route changes and additions. Etihad is dropping San Francisco. Malaysian's going to end Darwin in Northern Australia. Thomas Cook's ending Thomas Cook's going to start flights from Manchester to New Orleans, San Diego, and Tampa, and Virgin Atlantic starting flights from Glasgow to Orlando, which is interesting, and I can't wait to see that in action. Alright, boys, thank you all for watching this video. Rate, comment, share, and subscribe. As I said, I'm trying to get back to daily uploads, or at least semi-daily uploads. I'm going to record a bunch today and then upload the schedule. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.